Dear friends, thank you very much for being here. The family of Farrokhzadi would like to thank all of you the family of Farrokhzadi and extended family, you can't hear. Farrokhzadi family would like very much to thank all of you for being at this funeral service. It means a lot to every member of that family. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going just to read out a brief biography of Mr. Farrokhzadi. And briefly also touch on life after death or life after life, and then the actual funeral service will start. Mr. Arastoo Farrokhzadi was born on 9th December 1935 in the city of Yazd in central Iran in a Baha'i family. Both his mother and father were from the Zoroastrian background, and his father had himself investigated and accepted the Baha'i faith. He was very attached to his mother in childhood, and when he lost his mother at the age of 7, it was an emotionally difficult period for him. His father, who was a scholar and was engaged in the teaching profession at the time, would lose his employment at a school run by the Zoroastrians, who were not happy about his conversations to the Baha'i faith in that environment. To find alternative employment, he traveled to Tehran, where he found a job at the Department of Justice. Hence, young Arastoo traveled with his dad to Tehran, where he found a job at the Department of Justice. Hence, young Arastoo traveled with his dad to Tehran, where he would finish his schooling before going to University of Tehran to study his bachelor and then his master's degree at the University of Tehran in the field of geology. As a youth, Arastoo was very involved in Baha'i youth activities and Baha'i community. He would often organize various activities for the community and engage in service and teaching. In 1965, he married Banu Khanum, and the result of their union is 4 children: Kurosh, Katayun, Farrokh, and Lal. He had a number of senior positions in Iran. His last professional role was the manager of water affairs in Iran. Until after the revolution, he was discharged permanently from government service due to his belief in the Baha'i faith. He stayed in Iran for many years after and eventually migrated with his dear wife to Australia in around 2000. He was also an avid backgammon player, and until before his illness would challenge whoever had a claim in the game. He appreciated arts, nature, and sports very much. His favorite TV programs were animal and nature documentaries, tennis, and soccer. He was very organized in life and had great discipline. He was firm yet unpretentious in his belief and was most gentle, easygoing, and approachable human being who was loved by all who came in touch with him. May he be immersed in the oceans of light and mercy of the blessed beauty. I have to say that I had absolute pleasure of knowing him and his wife and his family, and always the level of intellect, the conversations I had with him, the depth and breadth of issues that he always used to cover, it was so illuminating for me. And one thing that we miss very much in our community, Kuringa, is his melodious voice at the end of 1980s. Beautiful voice, which was absolutely heavenly, amongst many, many other attributes. And of course, they both, Banu Khanum and Mr. Farrokhzadi, raised beautiful children. All of them well accomplished, all of them great servants of society, and it's really credit to both of them. I have to also say that I would like to take this opportunity to thank Banu Khanum for her contributions to this beautiful family, to development of capacity of her husband, and mutual support that you have had for decades. And it's a credit to you and Mr. Farrokhzadi to see this beautiful family sitting here. I just have to say also that I always observe the development of these beautiful four children. Kurosh has been very special for me because we have known each other back from University of New South Wales when he started his university. And one thing which obviously is going to be an everlasting contribution is when he decided to give up his job and go to China at the time when we desperately wanted people to be in China. And it's such a great pleasure to see Sheng Feng and the children now as part of the family. With that in mind, if you don't mind, very briefly, I just want to highlight a few key issues with regard to life after death. This audience doesn't need to know much, but every funeral service is a reflective time for all of us. And it's just a refreshment for all of us. That's really the purpose of that. The first thing we all know is the soul has got a beginning, but it doesn't have an end. It starts from the formation of embryo, but its capacity and development is limitless according to the Baha'i writings, and it will continue on. The second issue here is that heaven and hell, generally speaking, are conditions within our own beings. This is how we see heaven and hell in the spectrum of perfection and development. And we know that all religions, regardless of where you come from as backgrounds with us today, all religions are promoting principles which could assist us to have noble life and serving humanity, so that the soul continues its progress during this world and it's ready for its continuation in the future world, if you like. In the Baha'i writings, we also say that the soul maintains its identity and consciousness, and we all become aware of what we were on this planet. And this is also a beautiful, if you like, a statement in the Baha'i writings. Another, if you like, point that we all know is the next world is closer to us than our life then, and yet we are unable to see it, in the same way that a baby is unable to see this world until moves from that world to this new world. And the last thing I want to say is a beautiful analogy in the Baha'i writings about the soul of man like a bird in the cage, that when the body, which is the cage, if you like, is broken, the bird is suddenly free for its limitless potentiality. And I have no doubt Mr. Farrokhzadi is with us, and God blessed him and his family. With that in mind, we will start the program, and after the funeral service, the family invited all of you to be at the Baha'i House of Worship for refreshment. Thank you very much.
ای پروردگار این نفس پاک توجه به ملکوت تو نمود و تضرع و زاری کرد اسیر ناسود بود قصد ورود در ملکوت بقا نمود و توجه به جهان روحانی کرد و امید الطاف نامتناهی داشت. ای آمرزگار گناه بیامرز و عفو و غفران مبذول این تشنه را به چشمه حیات رسان و این ماهی را در بحر بی پایان غفران غوطه ده تا این کی به گلشن رحمانی پرواز نماید و در حدائق و مغفرت متناهی در آید تویی آمرزنده و بخشنده و مهربان عبدالبها
O Son of the Supreme, I have made death a messenger of joy to thee. Wherefore dost thou grieve? I have made the light to shed on thee its splendor. Why dost thou veil thyself?
And even as the phoenix of love soar into the firmament of holiness, pronounce thyself, be filled with the spirit of mercy, abide in the realm of first person.
O friend, in the garden of thy heart, plant not but the rose of love, and from the nightingale of affliction and desire loosen not thy hold. Treasure the companionship of righteous, and eschew all fellowship with the ungoodly.
O Son of Man, rejoice in the gladness of thine heart, that thou mayest be worthy to meet me and to mirror forth my beauty. O Son of Being, thy paradise is my love, thy heavenly home, reunion with me. Enter therein and tarry not. This is that which had been destined for thee in our kingdom, above and our exalted dominion.
آمرزگاران ایزد بزرگواران این جان ها مانند مرغان تیز پر از دام پاکدان آزاد شدند و به آشیانه جهان پاک پریدند از لانه خاک رهیدند و به آشیانه جهان پاک پریدند به این امیدم که در گلشن روشن جهان بالا بر سرو باغ بهشت نشیمن جویند و در خواب آمرزش جای گیرند خداوند مهربانا هر روان پاک را به درگاه ایزدی راه ده و هر مستمند بیچاره را در مینوی همایون خویش ارجمند فرما و در دریای دهش و بخشش انداز و دیدن روی تابان روا دار تویی دهنده و بخشنده و آمرزنده و مهربان و علیکم البها عبدالبها
From the sweet scented streams of thine eternity. From the sweet scented streams of thine eternity, give me to drink, O my God, and of the fruits of the tree of thy being, enable me to taste, O my hope. From the crystal springs of thy love, suffer me to quaff, O my glory. And beneath the shadow of thine everlasting providence, let me abide, O my light. Within the meadows of thy nearness, before thy presence, make me able to roam, O my beloved. And at the right hand of the throne of thy mercy, seat me, O my desire. From the fragrant breezes of thy joy, let a breath pass over me, O my goal, and into the heights of the paradise of thy reality, let me gain admission, O my adored one. To the melodies of the dove of thy oneness, suffer me to hearken, O resplendent one. And through the spirit of thy power and thy might, quicken me, O my provider. In the spirit of thy love, keep me steadfast, O my succourer, and in the path of thy good pleasure set firm my steps, O my maker. Within the garden of thine immortality, before thy countenance, let me abide forever, O thou who art merciful unto me, and upon the seat of thy glory establish me, O thou who art my possessor. To the heaven of thy loving kindness lift me up, O my quickener, and unto the day star of thy guidance lead me, O thou my attractor. Before the revelations of thine invisible spirit summon me to be present, O thou who art my origin and my highest wish, and unto the essence of the fragrance of thy beauty, which thou wilt manifest, cause me to return, O thou who art my God. Potent art thou to do what pleaseth thee. Thou art verily the most exalted, the all-glorious, the all-highest.
والله تعالی پروردگارا آمرزگارا نفس نفیسی ملکوت شهود سود نمود از خاکدان فانی به جهان جاودانی شتاب میهمان جدید است عزیز فرما بنده قدیم است خلعت بدیعت ها ای بی نیاز بیاموز و بنواز و به خلوتگاه راز راه دی و و در محفل تجلی همدم و دم ساز نما. تویی دهنده و بخشنده و مهربان و تویی آمرزنده و نوازنده و توانا.
My God, this is thy servant and the son of thy servant, who hath believed in thee and in thy signs, and set his face toward thee, wholly detached from all else except thee. Thou art verily of those who show mercy, the most merciful. Deal with him, O thou who forgivest the sins of men and concealest their faults, as beseemeth the heaven of thy bounty and the ocean of thy grace. Grant him admission within the precincts of thy transcendent mercy, that was before the foundation of earth and heaven. There is no God but thee, the ever forgiving, the most generous. Allah. We all verily worship God. 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 Allahu Akbar. We all verily bow down before God. 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 Allahu Akbar. We all verily are devoted unto God. 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 Allahu Akbar. We all verily give praise unto God. 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 Allahu Akbar. We all verily yield thanks unto God. 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 Allahu Akbar. We all verily are patient in God. 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 We all verily are patient in God.
You're all invited behind us to worship just up the road in single side and context of
Если